Welcome, I'm Bill Wake. We're working on a calculator to support kilt makers, and today I'd like to add an alert that shows up when they first open the app and they can turn it off and not have to see it after that. All right, sorry for the slow start. I forgot to hit record. Alrighty, I just ran tests. They're good. I did something. I changed error messages last night after we finished. I also found an error. Let's see if I can replicate that. So I did 2.4/8. So that's 2 4/8 done. And then this time I got no done button or slash, but I hit 0 anyway. And it crashes. Now I'll do it again. I can enter the 0 and it'll tell me, oh, it must be positive. So somewhere in there, without that done button, there's a way it can sneak in and run this thing without triggering something. So something is weird. I think we'll work on the startup screen first, because I know we can always just... Yeah, it's a divide by 0. I guess I should do it in the debugger. But something's weird because it doesn't prevent, it prevents it if you enter it directly, safely, but something about the done button missing means the keyboard's running differently, I guess. All right, let's see if the same pattern does it. Yeah, I'm consistently losing that toolbar. 0 and boom. So yeah, we're dividing by initial width, which is 0, but let's find uses. I guess we'll take a peek. Start pleat, equation start pleat. Okay, yeah, so if needs required values, it doesn't do its thing, supposedly, which is ideal hip is not nil. Oh, I don't have ideal hip as doubles less than 1. Is that right? I guess it's set. Well, we'll look at it later. It may be that we're not including... I don't know how this can... Oh, it needs values if the ideal hip is empty or it's less than 1 or the pleat fabric is nil, but somewhere the set should come into this. And it's not seeing it for some reason. I don't know where that divide is. Am I still stopped? Pleat equation start pleat. And I don't even see set in here. Initial width. Okay, well, we'll look at it. I don't know where the set is being maintained off the top of my head, so... Is it baked into pleat fabric? Yeah, let's see that. Well, what are they calling with it? That's fabric. This is initial width. Pleat designer. Fabric, initial width, initial width. And that's, I think this is a function of set starts out 0. We set it here. Well, I'm going to have to look. Pleat view. Has tartan. Tartan.pleat fabric. I don't know, that name could be a little better somewhere. Sett. There's sett. Okay. Pleat fabric. Is that what we used? Pleat fabric. Okay. So yeah, that's not being done. So I think maybe our needs required values, pleat fabric is nil. I guess pleat fabric is less than 1 is a problem there too. So well, that's a theory. I guess what I'm puzzled by is if the keyboard's there, it detects that problem. So why is that? Why is it not detecting it in this case? I don't understand that. But well, let's do we test this? Is that a double? Yes. Okay, this test should fail. Yeah. Well, I guess if your waist is 0, you'd be okay, but or your hip, both. Okay. That's okay. Let's run this. All right, 2/4/8, and done. And then we go here. This is so consistent. Like, what is going on? Okay, must be positive. Yeah, well, okay, that's true. It's not 0 is not positive, and that's accurate enough. Okay. And it doesn't blow up. Okay, so that's the big thing. So let's do this. Go back to it. We get our thing. Done. Still is a problem. Now it's happy. Well, that's a very small waist. Okay. Barbie sized or something. Okay, so I think we fixed it. Well, we haven't fixed the keyboard for sure, but I have no clue. Come up. Now it's bad. Click over here. Still bad. I don't know. This is getting worse, if anything. Okay, so I'll say we fixed this, which I think is, well, it certainly was a legit need require value change. We apparently had something that protected it already, but something about the way the keyboard was working. Maybe there's some sort of immediate mode that doesn't tie into the done button. I don't know, but I think barring that, yeah, I'm gonna have to mention that keyboard issue. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, I really, really hate that. Okay. All right, let's go do this. I think we kind of knew what to do yesterday. We have the top level tab view. I think we can put a sheet or an alert on that. A sheet gives us more room. Show caution. All right, and let's create some state. We'll just do that for now. Domain, calculator, apron, pleats, drawing. I guess view. It's kind of the high level view or generic. Well, I would say validating text field is almost utility too, but oh well. New file. Oh, I want to call this caution view. Now, I want that to show each time. Okay, well, I can put a nice long message there. Okay, I guess that should be public too. Oh boy. Well, I don't know if I'm just going to hard code this. Yeah, I was. Oops. Full screen cover. I don't know what that is. Oh, an alert view is what causes the problem. Huh. (17.2) experiencing on 17.4.1. I think I'm running 17.5, right? Yeah, 17.5. So doesn't fix it. But he suggests it's showing the alert or sheets. Now, I don't think we were showing alerts or sheets. Or we do show alerts sometimes. I think the alerts come more in the calculator. Yeah. I mean, we hadn't used one, but we certainly had one attached to our view. Excuse me. Why do I have to sign in? No, they're being confused. Yeah, some sort of page. Okay. Yeah, so I think because they disappear. I don't know how to say this. Well, yeah, let's see what that looks like. Too long? Yeah. It was triple. Is that not it? Multi-line must begin on a new line. Okay. Need a little icon. Oof. That's not really right. I think I'm screwing up the multi-line. That seems to be what I'm doing. What's this? Well, okay, we'll get some. No, it's not joining my lines back up. Well, lines should have trailing white space if they're multi-line strings. Okay. I'm using the wrong thing, right? Is it text? Oh, maybe. Okay. Let me put all this in a V-stack. I think I'm hurting myself already without that. Adding an ID to the view and change the ID and on change to force a redraw. Okay. We'll... They had more than just line limit nil. Ugh. Is it really? Wow. Maybe should come after. I need my little icon too. Okay, why is this one indented? Same distance. That's the same. No space there. Well, I'm not. These line breaks are not attractive. Yeah, I'm not sure why it didn't let me single quote literal found. Use that should be part of that. Unterminated string literal. Insert verbatim. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Oh. Yeah, maybe that's what was happening. I'm going to say known issue. And let me get my icon here. Oops. Thank you. Is that a good size? I don't know. It's pretty verbose. No logo ping. Found an asset. Oh, I got to add it there, don't I? If I should, don't know if that's good or not. There's still space there. What is going on? Both these are indented. Have I messed up padding somewhere? Bottom 12. Well, that almost looks like... Oh, I put verbatim there, huh? So much that theory. Okay, the padding is helping. Multi-line text alignment, it's all leading. It's still different though, isn't it? I guess I don't even know. Let's try taking them off. I guess let's take this one off and see what happens. Wow, that's 6? That doesn't seem right. Okay, I took it off the known issue. Seems like it's not doing anything. It's just so weird. I mean, I'm sorry. It's just, I don't get it. I mean, the gap there seems fine, but I think they both say 6 inches. Did I leave a new line in there? Yes, I did. Okay, and I think we don't need these. Okay, I'm gonna swap order on these. Okay, we'll take that out. It doesn't seem to help anything. I'm just gonna put that one first and see if it stays indented or what. Okay. Text verbatim, line limit nil, padding bottom 6. Text verbatim, line limit nil, padding bottom 6. Admittedly, it's long text. Do I need to say leading somewhere? Okay, weird. It seems like I do need to say left somewhere because text by default centers, and maybe it's that. Yeah, so this one is a touch longer. Okay, I think these are all centering. Now, dot multi-line text alignment sets alignment of a view that contains multiple. It was there before for everything, and it didn't seem to do anything. Well, that's more old school. Is it that? Excuse me. I don't want to center. I want to. Oh, VStack alignment. That seems promising. Okay. Yeah, I think you're right. That might do it. Okay. don't know if I can override those. Well, I can. Hey, welcome Code Rushed and crew. So we're working on this calculator that helps kilt makers. And I'm trying to put in a sort of a warning screen when they start to say like, hey, this can, you need to be careful. And getting some, I don't know, just some goofiness around aligning things. But yeah, this works. Okay, so we're doing that. And then the other thing we're seeing weird is we've tried to add a toolbar to our keyboard, and sometimes it's there and sometimes it's not. And we'll go back to that if I get this straightened out. Maybe I just need to make 2 V stacks. I don't know if this will do it. I might center it and align it to the left anyway or something. Yeah. Okay, let's... I'll put it in one big stack. Okay, that's an improvement. I think that's all right. I need to sort some order and get this thing. And I don't know that I'm doing this the best way for this job, but we'll go. Okay, so that's the stuff at top. All right. Okay, a little too much space between these. Let's take that off. All right, I think I'll live with this for now. I wonder if that's a normal motion for people. Is this still too long for it? Okay. All right, and when you restart it, you still get the message. I don't know if I just... we've probably used a dismiss button before. Maybe I should do that. Environment. Yeah. Yeah, I think we'll just do the button. Okay. And maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's enough. Is debating putting a big circular oval shaped button or capsule button. Okay, I guess I will take that. Yeah, I mean, we could. I think in reality, usually, well, I'm gonna wait till anybody complains. If it's just been running and you flick away or flip away and come back, you don't get it. It's only if you completely stop it. Like, I think that will, yeah. Yeah. I think while I'm beta testing, I'll leave it and if see what people complain. I hope I'm not scaring anybody off too badly. All right. So I think the biggest problem we have is this keyboard thing. Like that. All right. Now maybe this one also is a little bit. I think we can do better. Okay, so the validating text field enforces something on it. Is it just required? I can't remember if you pass in a validation method or something. Yeah, I think it's mostly just required. But there's this. We have this notion of slash is pressed. And this is used on the toolbar too. Let's find that toolbar. I don't know. We're kind of in all UI-ish stuff. And maybe that's a problem. Okay, so we have this fraction keyboard. And I'll show it, I guess, on this view. So when you're entering these things, if you want to say 2 and 4/8, okay, that is a number as a fraction, and we rewrite it with the dot so it looks nice. But Kilt makers calculate things in eighths of inches. They also have a little plus or minus if it's more like a 16th kind of thing. But in general, they measure things by eighths. Even 4/8, they don't reduce it to 1/2. Okay. But the slash on that keyboard, we have this, we're passing in the slash is pressed as this external state. And my idea is like maybe that's the wrong thing to be passing. I think maybe we should pass in the input stream that you're going to append to. Oh, and since I have all my new crowd temporarily, notice what happened here. I lost the toolbar going to a different field. It's very random as to when it happens. I mean, it often happens if I do this field first and then do this one, I might get it. So I don't know what's causing that. And it seems to be a Swift UI bug. And I don't have a good way to handle it. Well, my notion is if I simplify things enough, maybe the problem that shows up will not be quite the same. But the other alternative I have is some sort of floating, I don't know if I can make a floating palette kind of thing or just leave it down here, but make my own sheet that has a keyboard on it and it's mine. And hopefully that will not create the problem. I don't know. Okay. Let's see. And the other thing is we've got today basically an hour to work on this. I'm gone next week. I'll be back the following week, but I plan to start just on a game development, and I've got another little project after that. But we will come back to this project in a bigger way. We've got some real features we want to add and that sort of thing. Okay, so now we get the behavior is /isPressed is detected by the keyboard, and then we have things that respond to that. I don't know which things. He's got the focused field. Yeah, here he's got /isPressed. So he's keeping track of that, but that came from somebody else. Is it the Pleat view is the overall? Okay, I think he might own this. Yeah, so he owns this state. Now, there's something else weird to me. All right, because there's focus changes that go on. All right, let's re-trigger this. Okay, we got it back because we refreshed that screen. If I'm typing in here 33 and then I click up here, these are two different things. Back here. Okay, there you can see the skosh a little bit more than 3/8. It putting the numbers in the right field. Okay, so what I propose to do is a sort of spike. I guess I got an hour and almost a half. Sort of a spike. I'm going to try and make the keyboard, instead of getting /isPressed, I want it to be given the value to actually edit, the field to edit. Is that this? Plate width. It needs a value. Okay. I think that was the thing that was coming in to be edited. And there is a validator. Okay, that's good. /isPressed. So I'm going to kind of ignore /isPressed and start trying to pass validating text field. Has value. Okay, update bound value. how am I getting that to the keyboard? Pleat view. Okay, so we're putting that. I guess that applies to the whole view, right? Yeah, that's applying to this list. So we can't know. Well, what's focusedField give us? It's a focus state. I don't know if we can get back to the field from the focus state. Yeah, this is just the state. The current scope and state of the view hierarchy. I don't think this is gonna do it. Okay, so the fraction keyboard does not know the field it's operating on, and that's kind of built into the nature of the keyboard. This placement. Yeah, so what's happening is people out there monitor that slash is pressed, and that's how they know that happened. I would have liked to say the keyboard gets the current view, the current underlying value that's being edited, and that it can just edit that, and then it could just append the slash to the field or whatever. I almost think, wow. I think I think my experiment is going to be different. I think I'll, let's do done. I think I'll just take this chunk of the grid. Maybe I got to have a backspace. But we'll just take this, make our own numeric keypad based on this, drop it in a sheet, and then I think these, they look like editable things, but I think what we'll do is we'll pop up a field that we edit here. I think this will be a button shaped like an editing field, but that brings up our keyboard. And as you type, you'll enter stuff and we'll display it in this thing. Um, the problem is there's a lot going on. Well, maybe it's not terrible, but I mean there's built-in stuff to make this nicer than it would be otherwise. So they take well, let's get Tartan View, yeah. Okay, so Tartan View has this Tartan design, and he's got these fields like Tartan Sett. Sett is a value, which in our type is error in inches or number. And when you edit that field, it takes care of converting it back to a value for you. Yeah, I'd get a consistent keyboard. I just don't know if there's... I just don't know. Yeah, we'd get rid of the ABC stuff on there. That'd be something. All right, so... and I don't know what this affects on these values. I don't want to screw up my existing stuff. So it's like I want to take stuff that we can do without checking anything in until it looks very promising. But I guess what I'm saying is these fields, we would put something on them to, when they're touched, trigger the keyboard, the new keyboard. Okay, and maybe I can answer the palette question. A floating palette. I should probably say floating. For Mac OS, does that mean it won't work on the others? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it is. Well, no, focused here says basically it says set the focused field to Pleat count focus.set when you find your focused here. Or I should say, if you click on this field, set focused field to .set. And these Pleat count focuses, these are the fields that we have available on this screen. And so the focused field is a state variable. Usually people do a Boolean just to tell if this state's active, or this item is active or not. In this case, it's this enum, so we can tell which field it is and which one should be selected. Yeah, the field has focus, launches the keyboard. So when you click on the field, it sets the focused field and it launches the keyboard. Now, I don't know, when can we... Like, I don't even want to launch the keyboard anymore while we're doing this other thing. Okay, let's... What can we find? I want to... Okay, I want to make it respond to press. On key press, responds to hardware pressing. What requires most currently have? Hmm. I mean, this is kind of what we want. Focusable focus, on key press, put the characters in. It's not, it seemed like that would be what the thing does by default. Oh, but he's text. He's not a text field. Yeah, and we're doing stuff when they exit a field, we recalculate stuff. So there's complexity. Enable suggestions, etc. Again. What was suggestions? Oh, yeah, we did turn that off somewhere, didn't we? Maybe it was in keyboard. Oh, that wasn't the numeric one. That was something else. Okay, so we're turning off we're deselecting the focus when we click the done button. Let's see this example again. So we put key focusable. I guess you can click on it. We track its state. Well, let's make one of these, and I also wonder. I mean, part of this is we're making a numeric keyboard. I don't know what controls that. Okay, that's just formatting that button. Like what? How does it know to add only numbers to that keyboard? Fraction keyboard. It just does toolbar. Somewhere the field must say something, right? Where's the text field? What if I take this off? And we'll get the whole... We'll get an alphanumeric pad, I think. Well, that's pretty darn annoying. Does it work? Huh. No, it does not. Oh, no, I don't have that. Return does it. I mean, can I force... Well, that one seems a little interesting. Let's get a new tab. Swift UI force keyboard to number page. As UI text fields, this is kind of an old school. Make sure this has a navigation view around it. Make sure there's a navigation view, and he puts navigation bar hidden. Keyboard type dot toolbar. I mean that seems close. Are we in a navigation view? We put one up at the top level, I think. Maybe not. Yeah. So I think we're doing what he suggested there. Unfortunately. Okay, let me go back to my how to set keyboard type. Submit label done. Adding an ID to the keyboard view. Why? What would that do? The keyboard view should get the ID. Well, the keyboard, it doesn't, right? It's a modifier, so it's not really on a view of its own. I mean, I guess we could give it an ID, but I don't know what that would be. what that's about. Oh, well, I should put it back then. Well, I guess we can see it still here. So a keyboard view should get the ID. You're talking about the ID of the thing the focus is on? I mean, Pleat view. I don't know, this seems a bit fraught. ID should go on the thing that needs to be updated. So the keyboard. Yeah, I don't know how we get our keyboard to know. I mean, he just knows the focus state. And I think that's how, if you change where you're clicking, it knows and updates the focus state, changes the target of the button. I guess I don't need the done slash if I've got this keyboard. And now I don't have it. Well, if I could somehow get into this mode, I could live with this. But it's not ideal. All right, well, we're due for a break. So let's take a break, and I'm open to any kind of idea at this point. All right, see you in 3 or 4 minutes. Welcome back. Okay, I was looking for keyboard type. And I wonder, there's a numbers and punctuation keyboard. I don't know where the keyboard thing went. Well, I know we saw it. There it is. I don't know if it's available to us. Numbers and punctuation. see what that looks like. If that has numbers and a slash, I think we might be able to not have our done stuff. Oh, that's just this one. How annoying is it? Well, return or clicking elsewhere. We can change that to say done. I don't know. Is that too obnoxious for entering numbers? You got your dot, your slash, your numbers. I mean, if it doesn't break all the time, that's progress, I guess. It's ugly. But I think it might be an improvement. All right, now let's turn this auto suggest off. Auto correction disabled. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's how I feel too. If it that problem is just too obnoxious. Okay, the bar's gone. All right. And then we saw something on how to name the thing. Very old stuff. No, somebody had a way to do it that was text with the submit label. Done. Done. Okay. Let's start taking this off. Well, I don't think I need any of this then, right? If validating text field has that. Okay. Is it Pleat view? Okay, so I think if I take this off And we're changing validating text field, so I don't think it matters. Yeah. Yeah. I think at least that's going to be working and keep working. All right, let me take those IDs off. Okay, let's take this out. And I guess the to-do is remove traces of our keyboard class. Okay. Now, do you need slash is pressed anymore? Okay. And are these still... That one's right. Oh, that one seems funny, right? Oh, that uses 0. Okay, that's fine. That uses 2. Okay. They're just spurious. Oops. Enter slash. Okay, I think let's deactivate it and make sure. I was also going to get rid of those IDs because I don't think I can consistently put them when they're spread all over creation. Okay, so enter slash is not doing anything at this point, and Pleat you, come on. There it is. Okay, yeah, there's ID 1. I think there was supposed to be another one out there somewhere. Okay. Fraction keyboard. So let's find your references. Okay, there are none. Measurement table. Okay, we're taking off fraction keyboard. That's that middle screen. Okay. All right, let's run this. Okay, let's make sure this one's got the same deal. So 44, 44. And if your hips are narrower, it should do 44. Yep. And maybe it's 25. Okay. How about I do one that's got a fraction in it? 0.2/8. Okay, there's a little spacing thing going on. I'm not sure what the deal is there. But okay, normally I don't think they do fractions of inches on these particular measurements, but let me record the problem. Okay. Remove traces of keyboard. So now this, we don't need enter slash anymore. I don't know about his focused either. But okay, let's get these out of here first. Okay, so we'll just do a build. Once the slash is pressed. Okay. Who calls this? Okay, we're going to take this out. We're not passing that field in there. Okay, let's try and run that. Kind of a weird message. Okay. Now, I do think this would look better centered. That's a pretty minor critique. That's the tartan view. Well, that does not look centered. V-stack. Oh. I might label that set size. Okay. Oh, you're right. Yeah. Okay, well, that's all nice. Okay. Yeah, I think we've done it. We've substituted an ugly keyboard that works. I don't like seeing these. I don't know where that's... Oh. Well, let me... What? Oh, so it's 3/4. We'll try and replicate those numbers and see. Okay, so we had 6 4/8. We went with 3/4 pleat. And then 21. Nothing so far. 12. And I think I did a bunch of these, and then I switched to knife. Okay. Just a little guard, I think. I guess this is going to be the way it is. Why are you uncommitted? Okay. Let's make sure nobody's referencing slashes pressed. Somebody might be creating one. Yeah. Measurement table. Well, I don't think anybody's using it. Okay, that guy's got it. Oh, tartan view still needs it. Okay, let's take it out of tartan view. Okay, I guess that built. Okay, Pleat count view. What's he doing with it? Nothing. I think we did that one. We did that one. This one still has it. Pleat view. Somewhere. Somebody should have complained. You would think the caller of Pleat View would have had a problem with this. I guess it defaulted the value, so it didn't matter, huh? Okay, I can remove the known issue thing off there. Okay, that built and run. No slash is pressed. Okay. Let's see. Well, I think this focused field thing may be not needed either now. That's in tartan view. And I think he just passes it on to our validating text field, maybe. What does validating text field need with the focus state? Well, we know exit field is not going to be done anymore, right? Or is it? That does sound useful. Let's hide it. See, that's what's doing the formatting, I think. So we'll turn that off and run it and see. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. And we'll know it if we do 2.4/8 done. Okay. Well, there may be better ways to do it, but that does look like it's actually doing something. Boy, this is doing something too. I don't know what external change versus internal change means. If the input changes or the value changes. Update the bound value based on the input. So, okay. So I think that's keeping the value field, which is the actual value, in sync with the editing that's going on. And then update for external change. We get the value in. So maybe that's on the way in. If the value changes, then we're going to adjust the input to match it. Okay, I guess that's kind of plausible. The exit field, but do we need the field? Is focused. Oh, we do. Okay. Oh, that's local. Okay, let's look back at tartan view. Focused field. Who's looking at this? Is this looking at that? I don't think he is. He's got his own focus, and I think that's fine. It's localized to the text field, you know, if the value changes on it or if the label or any of that. But I don't think anybody cares about this anymore. Now, we needed it before because the keyboard we had was checking that. Internal is provably change of the field. External some other value changes the variable. Yeah, I think that's it. So, as you're editing, the internal one gets updated, making the value reflect the current input, or showing an error. Okay, I think if I turn this off. So this is the tartan view, which is the set. If I click over here and do 22, I'm going to click here, done. Okay, that doesn't seem to know anything. Focused field wrapped value equals nil. And that resets the focus. Okay, yeah, so I think that one is, if we're in here and we move this, nah, it's not doing it. Okay. It's resetting that, but it's not having any effect I can see. See if it matters for this one. Oh, it did, right? 22. He's focused, keyboard's up, do this, and the focus goes away. I don't. I feel like we could probably live without that, because you're going to hit done and it goes away. Yeah. Let's see. There may be a simpler way to do it now that we're doing less focusing. Thought focused, name is focused. Name is focused equals false. Yeah. I think I can live without it. Well, let's try it and see how it feels. But I mean, obviously we added it at some point, so it seemed like it was a little tweak. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm okay to leave that out. Okay, so I've got those turned off. It doesn't seem to matter. All right, we got 15 minutes. I think we'll go ahead and give this a shot. So that's going away. Pleat. Okay, tartan view. We're going to take this out. I wish it wouldn't do that. Okay, now pleat count view. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think with that done button, I don't mind that. Let's look for focused field. Measurement table. Now, why did these things... I don't want those to shrink like that. Okay, I guess I'm still trying to remove focused field. Get on that. So we're going to go Pleat view. No, I think that's all outdated. Okay, let's run. Force it down to scale down and reduce the chance. Yeah. Right. Okay, let's try that. This is the Apron Pleat view. Well, no. Let's look for focused field again. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the one that's squeaking. Is it the label here? Okay, that's on validating text field. I don't know, I think it makes sense more that way. Okay, so 44 and 3, we're looking better. 8. Okay. He squeaks it down when he has to. Oh, but he can't do it too much. Yeah, I think I like your idea better. Can we It's running out of room. Maybe 75, maybe 60 would be a better. And I'll just let this squeeze as much as it needs to. I don't know what that redraw was. Oh, it's just the box going away, maybe? Well, 0.3 is too little. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, I guess it was drawing that extra screen. Why does it think that's not big enough? Well, I think it's acting better than it did. I think it's a little annoying, but I kind of don't think we're controlling that. And I think our measurement table, grid row. I think this actually needs a third entry. No. Well, I put that back to 0.5. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think the worst case is better. Add a space between them. Between actual and ideal. I mean, I might be able to get by with a little space. Like something like that. No, it's It's really lining them up, I think. Or, oh no, it's centering above this column. Yeah, I tried adding the blanks in. Oh, you're thinking before. I don't think it's doing it. I think the grid row is making two columns. I mean, there's 3 rows or 4 rows, but there's 2 columns. And I think this is not part of the column. I think it's just, it didn't need the extra space there for whatever reason. But I think actual is centered over from here to here, or well, from here to here. Like the width of this. I don't know that we're getting. I'm not sure that made any difference. But whatever I did, it was divided in half, so it was a little smaller than what it looked like. Yeah, it moved over a touch, but well, I don't think that's critical. Okay, so all right, well, I think we've done what we can for things. The last thing was the caution. All right, now I can take away this description and leave this with that. All right, it's better. I mean, I think it's, the worst case is much better. The average case is a little bit worse, but acceptable. All right. Well, that's annoying. Okay, I may play with these scale factors a bit and see what I can do. There may be, I'm not sure what's going on in the column that it, struggling. Yeah, I mean, I'm centering him. I'll have to see if I'm doing anything to force it. Maybe that 60 that I hard-coded in there is not a good idea. I'll probably play around with it a little, but I'll spare you that part. But I think I'm in decent shape for getting this thing in front of other people. That keyboard thing was just too obnoxious, and it's not an ideal version now, but it's better than it was. A less than ideal version that works consistently is worth more than the other version. We cleaned out some things, and I think that was good. There's a little bit of this formatting stuff that's not quite there, but I think we're getting there. And a little playing, I think, will reveal to me maybe the maybe the text field should center. I don't know. We'll see. All right. Well, thanks for joining. I appreciate all the help this week. And I'll be back not this coming week, but the week after. I've got a little word game for us to work on. It feels like a week-long project, and it'll be fun. All right. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.